for the good of the masses. Nipa dodo omo man mu a nye obia ne betime nya hya so no. E de adwen na aban adwen fa omo ho. Na madwen mo amutie show yi de mu ne se maka rail transport asem ache. But anopai na abesi me mu say there is a conspiracy ebia mpanyimfo bi ehye akiri a omo wo buses a omo de adwuma wo krom ha ema omo sika bi nsida. Now the moment you introduce rail transport train say omai bi omo tumpon bia no omo yusu no. So what the train transport ne ba ebema sam mpanyimfo omo sika bi ahwere omo. That is the only plausible conclusion I can come to. Why? It has never been on government, it has never been government interests. Say, you're embarking on a massive rail transport connection in Ghana because of the deaths on our roads. Nanka en decreasing road accidents. And to me, a road to no any safe. I face so ebema transport aye very affordable. Na aye efficient. Na obi ope bus na wafa. But obi ope so ofa train na ofa fast train na so ofa train na obetene mu ade akotechi ma na oko. Omai bia omutu mpon na omatime move ko manim wo omai country bia continent bia no ade ba ko ema omai na atu mpon pa rail transport. But man say it has never been government upon government and your priority. And when I say it is not a priority of government, I don't mean that we don't have a ministry for it. No. You can have the ministry, but the willpower to implement transformational plans. I be me akase Ghana. And so I adopted an efficient rail and your piecemeal train no more ye no. What you say? And yes, sopi train na ye no. Se Ghana to me enya 2,000 kilometer rail network for starter. Menka se Ghana ye serious. Because the air say Ghana is probably the second country or third country on this continent. Yenya a very extensive rail network. Kind ketsi the colonial masters, main from masters, the colonial imperialists. Omuye real network connected Aboso, Takwa, Pristia, Takrade, Kumasi, Akwetia. Just a baby and omunya a good year free bia no the train koho obuase. Debi amekase by the year 1903. Na train adru Kumasi. 1903. So who count here? Not just say ye twemu ye twem 100 years. Anameboa ye twem 100 years. A train ko Kumasi. Abrofu ye rail line etoto ho kire se ha de 1,000 years kra train efa. Na ye ntumi improve. Me se me kra me nyi no. 2004 2005. Na mitimi tena train mu Kumasi adum. Se mo amunim ho no. Adum railway. Na train be set 20-30 eba a day. Na bako de takra de medaso akai. I was a young boy. Ubedu hono na de flour. What I say? De pan no. Now train ne bako de bia mekai takra de flour mill de atwere ho ibi so no na egu ho. Dimi hu sa train na me kofro na me wadamfo wom. Mo amunim adum no. O sania ba. Baby omo ya sokwa interchange side hona. Na hona train no egu ene ho nyina close. Me so bedu na train 20 eba pon na de fla efri takra de ba unte se accident to crazy. Ubedu takra de floor mill ebiso no na egugu train ho na cement eniema chese 2004 2003 asem na make you. Ama say train system ni gina a collapse completely. Udi enkaye ntumi mfa ni pampo a. Nanke wo train from Tema. Na enkwa ankosi Tamalimpo a. Na hwe the kind of containers a ebe ye free kwan ne so Ama ye kwan no, wo de muntumi nye train na befa ni pompo a. Hwe articulator wo be ye free kwan ne so for the transport of goods. Ama Ghana railway system no, na me busa se challenges ni ye den. Aban bia ba ye top buses. Ye top buses. Hwe Jerry anadwo bi na me try bi say Accra, Greater Accra. Say ofri one end of Greater Accra ko another. Wacha ye 25 to 30 minutes. Cow. Say wo de wo si wo free Kaswa wo bese akọ East Legon end hwa. Wacha 25-30 minutes wo bedru. Inka Greater Accra de nke ni say wo drive kura di car mu 1 hour 30 minutes. Say wo di free hin, wo di free Oyibi. Bese aba 37 military hospital. Wo betimi adi 1 hour. So my question this morning is, why is it that every country that is developing at a faster rate is embracing rail transport, but it has never been on top of the list of priorities in terms of transport? Ade ba ko ma me hu say ye mpanyimfo ni bi ehye tire. Me friend say a conspiracy, a silence conspiracy bina. Nipa bi omo invest in buses e wo krum ha. Omo pese omo sabotage oman ni mufo. Omo nya ahoto e wo transport mu. Because obi kura betima on a private car, but traffic obe dim there free poku ase. Aba be do Accra say ebo ne 7 na there ya ne say between 5:50 ekosi 6:10 sa 20 minutes ne say wo mese a traffic a obe 10 minutes pe o ya wo hu ba bi aka sa sensamanfo nya ne sa time no wo ntiase 5:50 to 6:10 say wo mese a wo wue nti o de munye bibia mpo a ti yentumi nya aban bi a obeka say for the start yenye rail from Accra passing through Kumasi to Tamale ni emfansi ni yenye ba konso a ebe convey goods nko a said the beya tema obi ani wo betime de articulator kakraka ya fa kwan ba ko pe ya so na asay ya kwan no because na me hwe ye say the cost effectiveness of roads in the long term no say road kra no expensive than rail in the long term. And those of you who know me engineers, you can check. Now me say, how expensive is rail transporter? South Africa, Egypt, Morocco, Ethiopia, and recently Tanzania. Adopted Kenya. Now no me Kenya there. Niko sa wo video na. Kenya for a day train. Efa Mombasa, Eko Kigali, Eko East Africa, Edeko Omo capital Nairobi. Omo train niema emfa kwan ne so. Na chese cars a loadu akese ya nka Ghana habokina ni Niger cars no. They don't have any business on our roads. So ombe say ekwan na ye no. Ombe san say ni nyina. Why has no government in recent times taken rail transport seriously? Na no me hu ye. Yes, I yet mampakadan. We are doing a train no sope aban we ba o se maye kojo krom to takrade. They are doing it expansive. Onim de enti o my we ye bibia ye o my for nim feeling na ya to about to o my na oteso ne say. Bibia ye bia a pilot. Into o say aye train e wo Ghana, but enese me see abrochire a eni so obi na ka chem say train wo abrochire o. I feel it. Madam will be to Kwakwa land, and also will be caught train underground train. Any old Chinese or the car, the bosswa. Or Martin now, the bagan is Kamwa. It be a 40 cedis for 3 days. Or Kobe or Pebia 40 cedis, no, or Kobe or Pebia. Train a cheap. Ya too full alumana GPLT for Abosubwe. Ya too full aluma VIP boy. Dabena, Sanya Manisi, ya VIP transport. Any other buses, ebe take over train transport completely. I'm not saying that Obi Ejumanye, they are supporting the system. But for the masses, you should never be going to Sunyan Kumasi and paying 150 cedis. For a country that minimum wage is 19 cedis. So before you go to Kumasi, you have to work for how many days? For more than 12 days. That is what it means for an average and as a low-income earner to go to Kumasi, my hometown, to go to my hometown, Sunyane. I have to save 200 cedis. Divided by 19 cedis. 10 days of working. 10 days of working without eating. If abana jatum say minimum wage, no, nti omo ye bibia ya mo fanto ho say, o man ni pa je say. Me maye 4, na me pese me ko Sunyane a, omo ne me ko a. Me ko tia 1,000 cedis me konko a. Under no circumstance should that happen. Amaya Africa ni ehwe Mauritius, Kenya. Fe unim. Mo pen mo fa calculator. Na mo hwe train transport. Se obi a onni sika wo free ha na okọ Kumasi a. Watua train transport. 9 cedis average. Train de ne bo den no 9 cedis. Me pa cho mo hwe train distance no 9 Ghana cedis for a train to Kumasi. Because funny pano be say 700 and the gum. And Tenya Fena and then also a new fuel to say the car no use no. And nam da dear so. And to train ye cheap. More mote London, you believe that men can say I'm fine to want to London. But London 4 lines be bring to Ghana yet to 2 lines a pay. 2 lines. 2 lines. Accra, Kumasi, Takrade through Cape Coast to Accra. Ho Bakubi. Na Nkakra. But baby, ya kwani were 4 major roads beer. And Quansiane quining in the essay in Accra, Kumasi Tamale. Now no can tampo accident be a kwesi wo. The beer fifi. Ghana ye trainer near ye 12 kilometers. 7 kilometers. Aban we ba no abandon. Takrade kwajo krum. And this in a year. And this ba no abandon. Tamampakadai. What your my muha? Yes, it train about so on bida. Mo amuti studio hani pase na mafru train abajuma in the last 2 years. 3 years. Mo amu hani pase na mse mafru train abajuma in the last 10 years. Oh yeah, baby, it has to be massive. O my phone in Philly. Na de hamia make say a conspiracy theory. Me conclusion no. Me what 2 conclusions I may draw me who say a conspiracy theory. O mo kra emo ene akokonam edeba krum ha. Mpanyimfo bi na hye ene omo kra akokonam ne mo a egu local farmers. Because akokonam de ne wo big farms wo ha, Dako farms. No or the big Cote d'Ivoire or the big Burkina. Akoko space mo. Big poultry farms. And a man for started say omo crab poultry de abakroma. Now fair no be a quarter the price of Dako farms akoko and so ne de na de but ye gu no. Poultry farms are starting with Krumano. By this time, Ghana is the hub of poultry farm in West Africa and Kenya, Cote d'Ivoire. And then you started so more crack and you free China ba. And no more good poultry farms are a walk room. Sana Madri Yeme. Farming and Yama ye nipa be or more cranium ba. Said the bay bema de Ohana and Koso. Sana me hone say rail transporter Ghana said that collapsing on. A conspiracy of some key top people. Government after government they enjoy because say abrebia train transport ni ho no nipa ni nyina de o ma ho odin te do Christmas now be call bus stations no e ho abọ ma nipa nya bus into kwan in 2026 yes you are station car ni ho but so obi o train e call 4 times a day wo Kumasi na e be fa nipa 1000 wo be hu de e be si okroma. How difficult is the thinking? Say the entire Tanzania network. A connected Dodoma, Dar es Salaam. Say omo de connect you omukro ni nyina no. $3 billion. $3 billion. Ghana ntimi nya $3 billion. And constructing ye cry de be lesser distance. A conspiracy. Empanyimfo bi share tire. And omo nya de omamu fo ho be hen omo. Because enka wo fa train di Africa so a na ba be si wo ebia Central Accra nka watua ye 2 cedis. Germany de na omo ye no se wo internet to sesi a omo train no na ye €9. Pacho wo pa wo ya mo check €9. Ebetimi de wakọ man no ba bia wo pa bia €9. high 90 cedis. More no crown no. I don't know. How no. Me find say high. Maybe at that time, 150 cedis. Oh, they about German train system, €9 to take you. A cheaper option. Obia will name rail system. Why is it that people Maya, your minimum wage here 19 cedis. Now on mine no, I do play airport no Musisi. Ni pass na wa Ghana how much me for plane. Me pa charge who you. The cheapest mode of transport a train. Omano ye ohiamai. Enti dia he na obeye. Enya railway, the cheapest means of transport a train railway. Eno na ye accepted obia o mai bia age atum say yetumi ye we de be ma ye man for hwan han omo. Oman na omo wo sika no mpo ye no. Say de be ye omo ni bie no. Ntu bedu abroche minister na oti train. Or call parliament na oti train. Sikani no ati train, uhu bi da bia footballer no ati train. Uba tenasi here ni team sikani team. Ghana na ye ni sika no. Ye kwaji sika na ye besi airport sade ebe ye omo ye first class citizens no bakasa ebenya safe means of transport. Enti ubetime nya sikani onhia here ni da because here ni na airport no nko. Because I do pray no say found the ni kosi Kumasi e obesu sa free ha kosi. Ni sika 4 months. And what they are for plane. Obi krabet matna Kumasi abadjuma osunya. Na omo wo abrichi. Omo nko adjuma wo more than Kumasi Accra. Baby obi te mon crofo muti omo send musika bad bia no. Baby obi te Kofi Jerry crowd baby o che me ano so wote ano oba adjuma wo Central London no. But osorintem 1 hour 30 minutes what tre musa hu we oba no wadru. 1 hour 30 minutes. Usi obi okromu change train 2 3. Menka say yenko London the LB. But we can have our own. I would not train so enye late. Obi anka say traffic ache ne kwaso. Enti train is 2 Kumasi 5 a.m. 6:30 wa Accra. One number. Ni nyina me hu ne say eye conspiracy bi accommodation. What you say? Me down won kokko na train be gina ho a. Me mfiri ho ma adwuma wa Accra 1 hour. Because me free amasama ba 1 hour 30 minutes car. Ena midie na train na transport enche no men from men tremu apega emfa majuma na boy da bi oba wose omusisa no no full train free ni krum ba Accra ntinke wose nne no ya boost ni speed mom na ke ya kate no ya halve the speed no de aba Ghana kusu akofa train ya ase bidie train chuku chaka keteke ni akosisa ba kruma na citizens ni happy me say omo ye real estate mpanyufo na shechiri real estate dan omo de because ye mu bi ye nkonya ska ye nkosi dan wo isle gonfa nkoje $4,000 a month ye nya ska nkosi dan e wo grade estate mfa nkoje 3 ye nya nte ye omo a e na omo na esisi apartment a ye ntumi nyi no enti se kro ni mu bo chechire so na transport nko a wo be han dan ne bo odin Ubefa car ne board de buses and so more dia me say a conspiracy ntina aban beko menti say transport minister we or ka say ye the massive rail transport e be free aha e dia kotamale na ye be ye no 4 years first year no ye de kwa akosi Kumasi nanke ye what you say yan tibida de bia bus yatum me say fuel bonani ni yatum Ubedu station hono. Now, a man from feel what Ghanaians feel. Obi cop VIP station and also Obi cop STC. Wa calculating is sika. I am paying for them say the way I feeling feeling here. Me ma co station da. Sika woman hono se ba ku free to me to me froka. I feel it. A man from who say be more ko trotro mu na nense saka 50 pesos no hold you obi na almost 3. They don't know. Me sisa eko kameti ni ho 50 pesos a me nko school da no because my calculate me sika na bo no pepe obi be fa be do VIP station ya say yatum ya to transport no na osre obi ho because okodu ni krom na wa frɛ ne soasoa me do aso be shia me station this kama me na me de fa ka ba o. That is the kind of country we live in. Enti say ye betimi the rail transport ye sika dem ha me ne say abrofo ne ba betu mangan is rail transport na ye mfa ene wonim say Ghana gold ne abo na esese nyina de fa kwan so ne ba Asia ka na Asia na no apieti ne sa ne ma nyina no ka abogu anim ene ma ensem fata na ene wonam kwan so saloon car nam ha na articulator mienu hye ne ntem na crash ye obi bo wo nyame na ma nyame na oje nyame mfrɛ wo na wokɔ hwɛ asat 1895 asat 1895 Ghana Ray abrofo na draw bibi ato Kwame Nkrumah bai obe ebe tie mu ye ya draw da ho na lines no so omo chese from 2012 everybody na just say baby the any service mo no omo kra de omo ka 1915 rail lines ya draw Ekosha Hills Ekotema 1954 Manso omo ye abrofo no ye dru Manso no 1901 na omo di Kumasi omo dru Takwa 1902 na just every year omo ye bia be 40 kilometers 1903 na omo dru Kumasi se na me ka na mo so me bo ahwe soro ho gold mines or Boase 1903 no madu Kumasi 1923 no ma ye train from Kumasi akofa nkoko abesi nsawom nti ubetimi afri Takrade Kojokrom ene aban timi ye railway from Kojokrom to Takrade na ya launch ya cut sword 5 times 1912 line na ya yeda ho no na o ma twe ko 1911 o me de ko Pristia Awaso 1944 no matchen ko ho na afi omo de aba Huni Valley 1902 no matchen there 1926 omo de ko aten ase 1927 no omo de adu Kade 1956 no omo de aten ase aba besi Kotoku agen Kotoku Accra ntinka woni na namponum sa aba bi atren wo ho ufri Kotoku no matwen abedu Achimota na afi de afri Kumase kofa nsa wo mbefa nkokọ na ne so obejoin Kotoku de no wa Achimota to Accra Central na Accra Central so atwe ade akwa kodu Shy Hills ntinka nanke ye toa so de akoho Togo na nka soro ho de na akwa kosi Kumasa no ya toa so de akwa kosi Tamale Kobokina ya wiewu oman na ne da ho no no wo ba kwa kwahwe wo ticket na e bia na wo Kumasi a na ye 30 cedis 20 cedis enu mpo na amanfo o kam 200,000 hey 200,000 na me edu ba bi na 18 cedis sunyane Kumasi sunyane 20 cedis Kumasi 18 so 15 cedis wakatu ya na send ya tum hwe percentage of increment enti me hu ne say that's aban eye incompetent ewo rail transport aban shall minim what I should minim the description I should give it so it's never been on the front of any government say enye ne bo na edin broso omo koye airport ye shabo yebesi airport o Cape Coast aban we say obesi airport wo he and na no mso mkosi bi osunyan nipa no say sunyane na yete no say enye Newmont for na ba sunyane ya gold for ho a sunyane say na wo de befa nipa say ne wo no credit ye mpe reality nipa me nkasa me enkoye airport to sunyane but ye de hia wi ansa ne ye de fata sunyane for na nkasa okasa omonto aba na ye kasa sunyane ye tree an befa ha de akodoma akosi Cote d'Ivoire border ne so se wo free Accra na wo ba sunyane a wo be di 2 hours 2 hours no wo betu ya 25 cedis afesu ya be airport ha wo free ha na wo konkran ya alupre for na ye private omo na be kire kwan a ombefa so a obo beje omusika but see ye no wo fa play akwa ha 2000 cedis na che say 2000% wo de compare train a sunyane for mo pede ombeka se ye pe train ndie de ebema aban say you bet me $4 billion at their starting railway. Money private sector and kamum. Escafo bi wo krom ha. Omo abetimi ato coach no. Coach na esi so no. Na aban na ko contract say private for nhwe so but aban provided the rail system. Bosiam po ne ebo a ye betimi the gold attain within 5 years. But abaya dwen koso kura because okoya ma dwen me say empanyimfo bi sika bebo mo e wo bus. Sa na ye kase ye affordable housing a nkrofo bi omo sisi apartment no omo sika bebo mo. And ye ma omanfo ne ho nkyere omo nti a conspiracy at the top. That is what I can conclude. Senya conspiracy a oman no concentrate on plane. Ewa abra ne mindfo no emu 70% omakatua enru 5,000. Oman no nipa no mu oman 70% omo nye more than 5,000 cedis. But I was say 2,000 de for plane. Eko e de 2,000 de ba. Ntu ko Kumasi aba no 4,000. Oman no 70 to 80% omo ntumi ntua plane with omo monthly salary. But some I know say omo prioritizing railway despite the fact say omo is one of the first countries on the continent ye introduce you to rail transport. Lines here that way. A colonial time o. Abrofo no beko 54, 55 and that's what I know. A kwan be ne betimi ada ho ache say. Inti rail no in the long term it is the best option for us. Tanzania na wo hwe no. We yenye oman bia Tanzania ye ni omo hwe. Ye ni omo me de me si me yi sa ne ma ya kopem si ebenya bi. We efe chen Ghana airport kra. Uko internet ne so a me anami na me twa ntro. How much did the Tanzanian government spend to construct sa omo railway system no? Obi amo ogogo mpacho mo studio ha no. Na mo fa metre me nya me phone so. Tanzania cost of national railway lines no maye no 2015 abesi ene no. Obi ambo no fa metre me. E cost say me ba cho me tie mo. Na mo musa say is this above Ghana? Ye introduce railway wo Ghana. Na Tanzania for kra o man no kra ni biempo ni ho. Me say a conspiracy mpanyimfo no mo na atoto buses no. Nti ye beto mo a me say nche bia lorry fare e bedru 3 million Kumasi 300 cedis. Nti ahotoba ha ye mpe ana VIP for say atu omo transport mu. Ayo omo private company. Dia na government ebe ya boye. Airport no. Ghana emoye. Ye wo international airport obi dwane anu odwane ko fine. Otu ne kwa anu woko. But ye prioritizing rail. Plane say na befa. Nipa say na betimi atua. Ghana plane ye luxury ba ye no. Tanzania ya na mo se me twa ntro. President Samia Suluhu has launched the nation's first modern railway on Thursday, which was built by Turkish firm Yapi Mekezi, built at a cost of 3.1 billion, 541 kilometers. Ufri here Tamale, distance and yes, saying. Pachomomo, distance from Accra to Tamale. I befa Sunyane Kentampo Tamale. Saying. Accra to Tamale. Na me de manua boss will be 3.1 billion. Kobe 20 times a day. Udu what time bia na jo awia ebo ekọ adwuma mo amako Tanzania. First no accident si okrumbo chebe bia me minim Dar es Salaam and I minim Dodoma and o ma move o capital ne ko Dodoma. Na to ensure say transport between the two countries no be build no and o ma ye railway line 3.1 billion 541 kilometers. Ebe fan kro na wo ho ni nyinam Tamale dia ne 627. Ye dia ne 500 omo dia ne 500 and say 41. And less than 90 kilometers extra so you do Tamale 3.1 billion. What they fan say omo ye different country yenye corrupt to kra na yenye ye de 4 billion. No obi oko se bi oko sirim onko fa kwan so anu akodi 24 hours and Ghana ultimate to Accra Kumasi road block a block. Bronya ebebai se wan kontemu a unru. Bronya omudi ni na anu ya manfo kodru new year. Oko bronya okodi new year. Uko ka kire o ire onyi ni. Gu aware. Nya conspiracy. What can explain a country like ours knowing our capacity? Airport in university, ye koto train ba Ghana train ni takra de kojo krum. Me make us a moye bi. But this is not what we need. We need it extensively. Obia 541. And Tanzania they no more increase ya 1,000 kilometers. O ma no kru akese nyina o me de connect. You can check. And they are doing it. Senegal, yeah. Wait a crowd kojo krum chukuchaka. Menka say ye nibio. But me ye nyina ye wahano. I was say obi timi ka say ma free Accra train station akosi Kumasi Edum train station. For the first time, abanya ya dear. Se matena train mu pa ba time me share say me dru no madu pepepepe Kumasi. Because traffic be ankwache. Ghana nkwana ye train bus wachen no. Ye the train banan abonantwie. Ye the train banan aboponko. Ghana kofa train bani akotwa sword. Ade ye tia na train na akwakobo car to atwene. Because ye mpese be any massive. Nti ene question na mebusa ne say, why is a country a low income country where 70% of the people live under a minimum wage, a year so small? That country's priority in transport is air and has been investing in air transport. President Otisu koye airport to ho. Airport koye airport to Takrade. Cape Coast. Ufri here kwa Takrade flight here 35 minutes. And you go Cape Coast, I say, what na plane no 13 minutes na wadru. It is not feasible. Why will you build an airport in Ho? Why will you build an airport? Menka say you I say almost on use the air training. Because the reality in the country is what you should know. Say nipa say ne wo ho a ombecha 1,000 cedis e dia fa plane. E wa abra otena ka mu a 30 cedis ne bedru. Akatua sem no e wo form adwuma sem ni ha. Enti wo ye rail line e serve akokra, e serve abrewa, e serve obia. So why don't who airport na da ho no? Ene enye se omode ye training school a aye white elephant. Nti the American po na ho de ne ba metima che say me kura menya government, but practically I know say the country is not where you should be building more airports. Yenisika. Obi asu nimsi yeniska. Upa yi Sunyani airport yi Newmont to go do ni free wa. Workers no ubehwe no statistically 60-70% are Newmont workers. And a business people are high. Now me ready yankopo. Me na draw nko no always na play near say. Say o kofra na o kufri Sunyani by 2,300 – 23 million. Farmer men. Me for being tough fertilizer. Enguma fu so. Obe calculate at VIP. But na VIP ni so nyeska. But o kase train nana yenko fruit train. You saying, hey, who do free I can't cry? Nana 20 cedis ho and cry. Hey, Nana no crash of traffic in Niquamo. Who tell me o call baby tama Only nana fruit train apa. Munya dear bema or minor do noir the greater good of the people. Yenya dear satisfy the top people kwa. Ntini ya tu aba, unse ye kaya bana na no present mama weni. Video bi ametai hwe fa abrantie bi utimu se ogina ho no kan aba no 41 42 40 o se mama afa ono no di obedi di obeda oni obi ani asem. So these are the people in the country. Hwedi pa omokoto aba 1.7 million gabo no enye se esikafo nko awo masisa die da aduane. Baby obeda kwan obefa so ofaka o calculate ni sika wo fie kwansi free to a otimi hwehwe saa because we hu a onko obi kwansi free atom pass o de ne white shirt awura ho ekoyi afa because on to me ntia. That is the reality in the country. Obi ekuto obi minim e wo trotrom because necessary na ka 20 pesos on farmer no osi wo 37 wo fa bi ato aso akọ ka okudi ana wo fa bi ato aso aba cycle wo anya no want me ma. That is the country. Why is rail transport not a priority, the most affordable, the most efficient for a country like ours? Every day yakokra buses na short term. In the long term What are we doing to eradicate accidents on our roads? To make transport efficient, safe, faster? Namunya say conspiracy where just sikaphobia to top buses. Fuel ball wa no matum and ombenya sika tam. Obia determine price and amount more. Or more than determine what they want to charge. Hey. I share with you. My no more near my here the door. You can't affordable housing asema enye ye because yes apartment flashy ubedu ho no ntumi ntia kora ketu asiso 1500 ubewura dan mu no wan koto otibebom nsuo to aye ho ma eno ye eje wo aban no nwene social housing ho say ye ne private sector nchia ne nsisi affordable homes supply would kra ne de be ya na say ya ne nsisi na nipanya baby dabi obi esiso eso osi dan okoka because nipa no mo share real estate no say there's some Jonah kind no the real estate is for top people omo na politicians na esisi politicians and business people omo na esisi all the big estate enti yen konkos find solution that be ameka che be say me so no na enim plumber bi e we area ho otimi nante ana pipe bi ampaye na kom de no ohwe ahwe na obi ama pipe da no de na ba na bompa no odwane ono ana e be kwa akofre no plumber nso bi apaye okono akoso problem no abe solve sa na enkrofo yi they will cause the problem of transport no mind mu ache odi pa gina kwa ho munya ka o ene ya to transport mu na wonya sika tam ya to petrol but train ya to petrol ma e affect train ti say dey be affect car no. But yen fair no. Upa Cote d'Ivoire nya omodie, Senegal nya omodie, Tanzania nya omodie, Kenya nya omodie, Ghana will not do. But now the Tanzanians are spending $10 billion on their major sections of developments, and the people are benefiting from it. Andrew Kwame Esiedu, people will still ignore and vote MPP NDC. Apart from MPP NDC, which parties again? Ibra question, no. Opele Sasovio, Obama, you will get sick. Now they are listening to you, but laughing. I say Accra to Kumasi. Okay, I'm say producers am for phone calls kakra. Etiano pay. Yebiem kakra. Aha, man for betimi afre na match my dwen kakra nsa na call. I say Accra to Kumasi 20 cedis you dey talk. Good dear. I say if contracts are given to firms linked to the ruling party